The realest podcast ever. The realest podcast ever.
Y'all's the hate on all of my moves, but now niggas on it. Y'all used to debate me on me and my views, but now niggas on it.
You want it?
I used to tell them I'ma have me a show, but now niggas on it.
You want it?
Her homies on it.
You want it?
Your homies on it.
She on it.
Y'all's the hate on all of my moves, but now niggas on it.
You want it?
Y'all used to debate me on me and my views, but now niggas on it. I used to tell them I'ma have me a show, but now niggas on it. Her homies on it.
You want it?
Your homies on it.
You want
Realest
it?
podcast ever. The realest podcast ever. The realest podcast ever. The realest podcast ever.
On Hood, reporting live from the West Coast, Los Angeles, California. It's your boy C. Diddy.
I'm mad. Is this Patreon? Or
This is
whatever.
it's going. It's been It's been a long day. We did a lot of shows, man. But this is the recap. Debo voice. You know, we here at Video Village Studios. Shout out to video guy Gabriel Hart for hosting us, having us here at his location. Got a beautiful compound here in downtown LA. If y'all ever need a space to do some content,
Right.
Record a podcast, music video, whatever, y'all can pull up, and this is where you want to be. Wow, we just. We just interviewed the niftiest gangster on the West Coast, Crip Mac.
Can't get nifty.
That was fire. We interviewed our bro Spank. He pulled up for us, and if y'all heard it already, because I don't know what's coming out in what order. That nigga promised us a spot on his new podcast, and I'm gonna be stalking the bullshit.
Yeah. You think someone else is annoying? I'm gonna be the fucking annoying too.
So we gonna have that going on. But overall, we just wanted to, cut some content while we was out here. Make it timely, make it relevant, and talk about, all the goings on, because there's a lot going on.
It's a lot.
It's a lot going on. So we came here for two reasons: Drake and Kanye show,
Right.
and to get with Crip Mac.
Yeah.
Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished. Everything else we did was like a byproduct of trying to accomplish those two goals.
Right.
And we here. So let's start with All Year Productions presents
Oh yeah.
Drake being held hostage featuring Kanye West, or the other way around. I'm not sure.
Does anybody have an iPhone charger?
I have an iPhone charger.
My man.
I have a whole utility bag.
There we go.
Go in this little sack. Pull you a charger on, man. That's the computer charger. Hold on now. Let me get it together.
Get it together now.
Get it together. Hold on.
Yeah, down in your purse. Thank you. There you go.
Yo, the man purse is clutch, yo. I ain't gonna hold you. I was not a proponent of the man purse.
I can't do it.
I'm locked in.
I can't do
I'm
it.
locked in. It's a wrap. I'm stuck because I'm just like, yo, I be having more shit than I originally thought.
My thing is, I carry a credit card holder in my phone. So it's like
I carry more shit.
if I get a purse, it's gonna make me start carrying like Vaseline. Stupid.
If you have a merce, you will find shit to put in
Stupid shit to put in there. Extra socks. Just stupid shit. For no reason. So there's no point.
Clean drawers.
Yeah.
That way you ain't never gotta explain to the girl why you came home with no drawers on.
The sanitizer wipes. Stupid shit that I don't carry for no fucking reason. A little purse. I ain't fucking with it. Let's start with the flight in.
Oh man.
Because listen,
shit be going left sometimes.
we both had first class seats.
Correct.
On the flight. I was on the 8 o'clock flight.
I was on the
Chad and his lady were on the 6 o'clock flight.
6 o'clock flight.
We get to the airport. We got there around like 5:45 because I picked her up straight from work.
Yeah. You did. You executed your program time.
It was perfect. Went to the Centurion Lounge. Ate. I had Amarettas.
Get my grandfather drink those.
Everybody's like, "How old are you?" I'm like, "Hey, I like this shit. What the fuck you want from me?" I was drinking Amaretto and orange juice. I drank like 4 or 5 of those for free. 8 for free. Took a bunch of cookies and shit. I'm like, this is the fucking Amex.
This is the life.
The Centurion Lounge is great. So I left. I get on the flight. They start boarding at 7:20. We walk up. As we walk up, they like boarding class 1. Boom, boom, boom. Walk right on the plane. Sitting there. Plane starts boarding. 15 minutes, plane is boarding. We chilling there. Everything's packing in. I look up. I see your lady. So I'm like, I know her. I'm like, what's going on? Then I'm like, hey, why the fuck is she on here? Then you are. I'm like, well, what the fuck?
What I tell you?
Yeah, long fucking story.
So here we are now. It's time to tell the long fucking story. So me or my girl, we've both gone places without each other during the course of this relationship.
Right.
She's gone places. I've dropped her off at the airport. I've gone places. She's dropped me off at the airport, whatever the case may be. On time, early, everything. The combination of us two going somewhere together, it's embarrassing how perpetually late we are.
Yeah.
I have missed 4 flights throughout the course of this 2-year relationship.
Yeah, y'all just missed the flight in Miami.
Literally.
Yeah.
It's a problem.
Yeah, y'all need intervention.
I've come to the point where I am now lying. She doesn't listen to the show anymore because she gets upset. I'm now lying to her about the flight time.
Right.
If the flight is at 6, the flight is at 3:30.
Okay.
Like,
cool.
I'm going to lie from now on in order to ensure that we make it to the airport on time. Because not only were we on a mad scramble trying to get there for a 6 o'clock flight, once we checked our baggage in and all of that, and the piece of shit American Airlines worker that wouldn't let me just board my first class flight and then put my luggage on another flight, once that happened, we went back home to collect something that she forgot the first time.
Y'all went back to
we went back to the crib.
Yeah, I ain't know y'all did that. Y'all was
because the bags is checked at this point.
Right.
So we went back to the crib so that she could get her jewelry that she forgot the first time. And I'm just like, yo, let me ask you something. What did you pack the first time? I forgot soap. I forgot my What did you pack? She's like, myself. That's all I brought. So yeah, we were late for the first flight and damn near late for the second flight coming back. It's embarrassing and it has to stop. But yeah, we missed dinner reservations, flights, like just all kind of shit. The combination of the two of us together is just bad. And I'll just be home kicking it an hour and a half before it's time to do something. I'm gonna be honest with
you. We have dinner reservations tonight, like all of us going out, and I have another reservation.
Just
because y'all get silly. Listen, I'm eating steak tonight, regardless. I don't give a fuck. But the plane was very terrible.
Yeah, it was not a good flight.
I was in first class. I'm like, yo, there ain't no TVs up this joint. Like, this joint was like, I don't know what American was on, like why this plane is still in operation.
And originally, all of those flights going out, the 6 and the 8 flight were supposed to be the jumbo jets with the live flat seats.
No. The 8, yours was, not the 8 o'clock.
Okay.
The 6 o'clock had the one I'm taking home has the live flat seats. So that should be a whole different experience. But the 8 o'clock, we knew it didn't have it, but still, it's like, first class is normally now they threw food at us, which was cool and shit, but it's just like,
y'all got actual food up here.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we got pretzels.
Yeah, it was pretzels and that.
Pretzels and water.
No, it was like a turkey sandwich.
Not getting food on a cross country flight is insane.
The lady was saying how like they only do it now for first class if it's more than 3 hours. I was just like, yeah, that's crazy. I remember back in the day, you could sit in the cargo area of the plane.
Get food.
Hey, you want something down there? Like, they would throw you some food on the plane. So COVID and everything else got everything scrambled up.
Yeah.
But the flight, I was uncomfortable. Not uncomfortable, but I was just like, then the white lady behind me, she wouldn't turn her light off.
Yeah, somebody mid-flight cut their light on across from me, and I just thought it was strange.
Yeah, and I'm literally like, she's like, I'm reading. I'm like, cut that shit out. Turn that fucking light off.
The lady across from me had her own light.
Oh, them people.
She brought a light. Like the light was
like a minor. What else?
The light was clipped to the book or the Kindle or whatever the fuck she had. She didn't even have a light on the ceiling.
Them people who be trying to read when everybody else is chilling.
Like, man, go the fuck to sleep.
Yeah, I can't sleep on a plane regardless, but still, I didn't want the light on. So anyway, the flight was, it was all right. Like I said, we got in, we wound up being together because we came in on the same fucking flight now. So we went, got your rental car, boom, 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 got to the hotel. That was ghetto. No, it wasn't as ghetto as Enterprise.
Oh, Enterprise? Oh,
Enterprise was really good.
See, when I went to Enterprise, it wasn't that bad. But if you read the reviews online for the Enterprise Exotics, they are flaming them up.
We rent from Exotics here all the fucking time. We go to New York, get Exotics. It's nothing. Yeah. This John, I don't know what the fuck. Nobody's in coercion. Is that the right word? I feel like Crip right now with my hands.
Nobody's in unison.
Nobody's... Yeah, unison. All right, I'll say that. It was just like this lady over here has her own set of rules. Then this lady the lady in the line literally was like, pull your insurance card up digitally because the physical card won't be accepted. We get to the thing and she's like trying to get her insurance card online. The girl's like, oh, you got your card? She just said no card will be accepted. She's like, what the fuck is she talking about? And it's just like, y'all need to have a meeting so that y'all can get on the same jump. Your car situation was pretty quick and easy. Our shit was ridiculous. They literally, she put her card in. They was like, oh, it didn't go through. But it says approved on the screen, and then on her joint, it's like, she's like, oh yeah, nothing came through on our end, like it didn't, like nothing happened.
Oh man.
It didn't get declined, but nothing happened. So she's like, yeah, do it again. She do it again. The girl took the card, she did it again. Whole time, their computer froze, and the
So
shit.
she got 4 or
5. They put the shit on the credit card 5 different times. So she like, oh, don't worry, it'll be off in 48 hours. She was like, yeah, but like you killed $5,000 of available, but like for no fucking reason. And the manager came over. She was like, oh, well, I don't know what happened. I apologize about that. Do you guys need a charger? And I'm like, what? Like a phone charger.
That's gonna fix the 5,000.
I guess ironically, yes, I could have used the phone charger. Whatever. But so then we go outside. The boy, he tells us one price at the car for what it's going to be, but that wasn't the actual price that they just said in there. So then the manager from the actual lot, he was like, man, look, you've been going through so much. He knocked like $200 off of the total price. It was a whole lot of night. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, when I rented, I was just here 2.5 weeks ago, and when I was here, I rented from Enterprise Exotics, and it was pretty smooth. Went to the counter. They asked my insurance card, whatever. Go outside. They're like, yo, we got a lot full of cars. What do you want? We got this, and this. I picked the car. I was on the street in like 9 minutes.
Yeah.
So to hear that the bullshit y'all went through, that's more closer to the Yelp reviews that they got online.
Yo, it was ridiculous. It was awful. So anyway, get to the hotel. We staying right around the corner from each other. The hotel is cool. They upgraded me through the.
My hotel had no upgrades. I had a queen suite. We in like this, like
they when we got there, whatever, I gave him the joint, and I don't know if he's just doing it because of the platinum. I have no clue, but he's like going above, like he's texting me, like the boy's going above and beyond. But he's like, yo, I'm gonna upgrade you to the suite, sir. The original room we had you in was higher, but the view was kind of crappy and the room was a little smaller. This room is huge. It's one of our biggest suites. Yeah. The room is cool, but it's just like...
He was selling it.
Yeah, and he's like, the view is amazing. It's literally...
A view of another building.
It's like, yo, what the fuck?
You get a view of the Windsor Arms across the way.
So whatever, we got locked in, whatever. We've been running around doing all this shit. Shout out Jules. I went to a bunch of sneaker stores on Fairfax. It was like, when you wear a 15, it's like... Yeah. What you got in a 15? You have one pair, just stay right here. Like, you know what I'm saying? They had the utility 4s.
Okay.
The yellow Jones, I don't need those. But long story short, we got to the concert last night. Well, I got to the concert.
You got to the concert.
This nigga is, you ain't lying. Bruh. You really do be late.
Perpetually late. And keep in mind, it's her fault. I'm trying not to blame her. But it's her fault. Because I was kicked up, ready to go at 7 o'clock.
Let's do the concert review. So, boom. I look on the thing. It says, 27 minutes to get from the hotel to the Coliseum. So, in my mind, you got to remember, I've been in transportation for almost 20 years. So, I know the way traffic works. If you're going to an event, you want to give yourself times 1.5, whatever it is you're looking at, without the event. Right. So if it tells you it's going to take you 27 minutes to get there on 45. Normal, you need to add 27 plus half of 27 to give yourself the right, allotted amount of time. So I'm like, all right, cool, bet. I'm like, yo, the shit started at 8 o'clock. I want to be in the parking lot at 7, so we're leaving at 5:40. We literally were in the fucking range at 5:42. Cut through traffic. When you get to the Coliseum, in the words of Crip, jam the fuck up. Yeah. Lock the fuck up. We get through all of that bullshit. We get into the lot at 6:44. Park was out the fucking joint. Went through gate 1. Boop, 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 boop.
Yeah, you text me at 7:24. You was in your seat.
I was in my seat at 7:20. I was chilling. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was in the motherfucker. So I'm literally like, all right, I text you. I'm like, yo, we here. Where you at? Because mind you, our seats is relatively close. Yeah. You're like 2 or 3 rows running. The funniest part is they was rumbling over your seats before you got there. I'll get to that. Yeah, that shit was crazy. So I get in there, I'm in there, whatever. So I'm just like, I'm pretty sure this shit is gonna have no opening act, no nothing. So, all right.
These niggas.
8 o'clock hit, you like, yo, when is this shit gonna start? 8:10, 8:20, I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Around 8:28, a church, I don't know if it was Shirley Caesar or who, it was
Somebody's
some woman,
grandma.
somebody, old woman came up and she did like a prayer and rejoice for Larry Hoover type thing. And I'm like, oh, this shit is starting. I text her, I'm like, yo, like, where the fuck are you at? Then she got done and the stage went back black. So I'm like, okay, this shit ain't starting.
Never mind,
You still got time. So then you finally, when did you actually get in there?
All right, so I was literally.
Cause I looked up and I was like, oh shit.
I was on, what's the main block that lets
Martin Luther King?
Yes, I was on that block.
Is that the block that you would? Yeah,
Wouldn't know.
you might know. The block where the
near
actual
the
Coliseum or
Coliseum.
the main block. Is that King?
Where all the.
It's
All right,
King,
so
right?
I'm
That's what I
on
thought.
King at 8:05.
Right.
I do some nifty shit. I whip around motherfuckers. I'm jumping around cones and don't go here's and all kind of shit. Flagging the Pope. Move. I'm doing all kind of shit. I'm acting like I got a presidential escort.
Right.
I get up to the first gate. It's too much traffic. No, all right, cool. Plus it says ideal entrance gate 4. I maneuver my way into gate 4, jump around people, cross traffic, all this crazy shit, just to get up to the beginning of gate 4 to be told we don't have any more parking spots. I'm like, bruh, I literally had second row seats to this fucking concert. You don't have one parking spot? No, we don't have one parking spot. The car in front of you just offered me $3,000 to park. I can't take their money. I'm like, you're lying, but that sounds cool.
Yeah, and
like
$3K to park is
that
not.
doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So at that point, I'm instructed to whip around and go out of gate 4, lot 4. So I go out of there, I go make a left, I go down the block, I try to turn into the next lot. They got the whole shit coned off. You can't go that way. So I keep going down. So now I'm down. I don't realize that this is a whole complex. There's multiple stadiums. There's a swimming stadium around the back. There's all of this shit. It's a whole like...
The sports complex in Philly.
Yeah, it's like 8 blocks each way. It's like 64 square blocks or whatever. So I finally get all the way down to the end. I'm thinking maybe there's some entrance on this other side by the Bank of California Stadium or whatever that's not too far of a walk. I pull up, I see a parking lot right there. I'm like, yo, how far am I from the Coliseum? They like, oh, you real far. Never mind. Never mind. So
He started cracking up.
they like, oh no, you real far.
That's funny as shit.
I divert from that. Boom, I go down, around. So now I'm in the middle of the campus.
Right.
So I've already at this point completed 2 legs of this square. So coming down was fine. Soon as I hit Vermont and turn back on Vermont by where the Carl's Jr.'s and all that shit is, it's literally, like I said, it's like probably 8 blocks down. This shit is not moving. So I spent probably 40 minutes going around the first time and then a whole nother hour just on Vermont trying to get back to King Drive.
I literally told Jules all these Sixers, that shit I went through for the home opener of the Sixers game, dog, I missed the whole first quarter. I'm like, yo, me and Jared was in this fucking traffic. The game started, I think tip-off was like 7:15. We got down there at like 6:20. My nigga, we didn't get in the stadium until like 7:45.
Yeah.
Like, it was just like an hour wasted there. And I told him, like, from now on, I'm going to events early.
You have to.
You have to.
Or you're going to miss shit. I got to the Lakers game at halftime. Again, perpetually late. When I go to shit by myself, I'm cool. When she goes to shit by herself, it's the combination of us together.
When you said, yeah, I'm going to the Lakers game, I was like, oh, that's what's up. How Staples looking? I think I came back in the was like, how Staples looking? He was like, I don't fucking know.
I don't know, I'm not here.
I'm like, nigga, I'm watching this. The second quarter. What are you talking about?
It was 3 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, we missed the whole first quarter. We came in, it was like 11-12 left in the second.
Yeah.
Like, we missed the whole first quarter.
Yeah, so that was a mess. So my question for whoever was in charge of parking and event registration for Productions.
Yeah,
How is it that every single Saturday, USC football has 60 to 77,000 people show up and everybody gets in on time? Yeah. The one time we do a nigger rap show, it's fucking chaos. And can't nobody get in this motherfucker. My homegirl Sydney said the same thing. She spent 2 hours circling around
the
trying to
vendors was running out of food. I come up, I'm like, yo, you got any more popcorn? Like, he's like, no, popcorn joint done. I'm like, oh, okay, well, give me some french fries. He was like, we out of grease. You want some nachos? I'm like, all right, give me the nachos, the stale and shit. like,
got the bottom of the bag nachos.
No, that shit was crazy. You right. Like, nigga rap events, it's like no.
It's like they did the bare minimum at every turn. Like, we not going back to Texas with nothing.
No.
But money. Bags of fucking money. That's all we going back to Texas with. And it was just like, yo, like, y'all, this can't be the normal event staff that runs shit that happens here.
So I clearly was in there before you.
For sure.
I was in there before you. I got in there, Jules hit me, was like, yo, any merch you get, dog, grab me whatever. I don't give a fuck about the budget. You already know, just grab me the shit. So I get in there, I see the Free Hoover t-shirts, they were a bean. I see the Free Hoover hoodies, they were $200.
Yeah.
I see Free Hoover jeans, they were $400, and I'm like, I'm not buying bro any of this shit. So I called him.
They support this?
I'm like, yo, this shit is awful, yo. He's like, yeah, I'm looking at it online, don't buy none of that shit. Oh yeah, this is ridiculous.
They did the bare minimum.
It was literally sky blue, like, not even champion. What was the hoodies? Russell.
Yeah.
It was like sky blue Russell athletic hoodies.
It's like you go to a Kanye
with
show.
screen printed Free Hoover.
You go to a
on the
Kanye
shit.
show, you go to a Drake show, it's 15 pieces of merch.
Duh.
Easily. Like, at all price points.
If you go to a fucking 21 Savage concert, it's 15 years.
I went to a Future concert that was 10 different pieces of merch at Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City. So it's just like, yo, this doesn't make it.
For this to be the Kanye times Drake times we trying to get Larry Hoover out and affirmative action, all this
Live
crazy
Aid.
shit. Yeah, for this to be that type of event, y'all supposed to have way more merchandise shit.
Supposed to have way more everything.
And that's what somebody alluded to. I think it was Spank, because Spank text me like, he was like, yo, this shit is so thrown together, it's almost unreal. And I'm like,
how do you plan a concert for 80,000 people in 3 weeks?
Yeah.
It just doesn't make any sense. Like, and it goes back to what I said, where it's like, yo, y'all could have took 3 months, got this shit done properly, did it at SoFi, a venue that has all the modern setup facilities to get everybody to fucking accoutrement and get motherfuckers in, and more importantly, get people out. That shit was a mess. I ended up parking in some random like Mexican dude apartment complex parking lot. He was like, bro, you need somewhere to park?
Yo,
$60.
He said it wasn't even parking. Like, it wasn't he was like, it was just somebody's apartment lot, and the bull who lived there was like, give me $60, I'll watch your car.
Watch your car all night.
Ain't nobody gonna fuck with it.
You trusted that?
I did
had no other choice.
It was behind the gate, so I did what I had to do.
Like, yo, no other choice. Give me 60, nigga. You know what I'm saying? They was charging
he said
50.
he said I take cash app and straight cash.
Yeah, real shit.
I got it.
This is not a business. They're real shit.
I wish I found you an hour ago.
Yo, so I got in there. I'm in there before and whatever. Like I said, it didn't start till like 8:45, 8:50, something around that.
I watched the first hour on the phone in the car.
Yeah. The entrance was decent. The way that the choirs came out, it was a little long winded. Shirley Caesar up there with the prayer, and then the choirs they was doing like the entrance to Belly. Isn't that the right song?
Yeah.
They was doing that.
They
did that. Then they did Lauryn Hill, the Fugees, Ready or Not. The choir was dope. And then they did Drake and Kanye coming out from the Chris Tucker. Is this what you want? They came out from up there and
had
shit.
the Money Talks intro.
Yeah. So they came down to the joint. Kanye ran up on I don't know if that was a mountain.
Mound of snow.
I don't know what the fuck it was. He ran up on the mountain. Drake was walking around in a circle, whatever. And like I said maybe about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, Kanye's catalog is untouchable.
It's ridiculous.
There's no touching it. Like, Kanye got, 9 albums? And every album has 5 to 7 stone cold, like, knock your head off bangers. Yeah. Like, for as much as people hate Yeezus got blood on the leaves. Yeezus got
Bound to.
Listen, and I'm gonna tell y'all the 5 biggest pops of the night. And shout out to Sean, because Sean was there last night.
Yeah.
What's the line I always say with Sean? The Drake John. Me and my tailor, that's like my homie. Like, Sean, shout out to him. Cause he called me last night. I never called him back because I was just dealing with her. And it was a lot going on. But the reaction, I don't know if it was the same on TV for people watching this shit. Listen, one of the biggest pops of the night was Black Skinheads. And I couldn't understand the shit. Because I hate that fucking record. And I mean, people were like mosh pitting off of this shit. I was like, what the
people
fuck?
People popped for Kanye performing Find Your Love.
Okay, so we doing it now? The biggest pops of the night, in my opinion, that Kanye Black Skinhead shit, when Drake did Way Too Sexy, which I'm going to go on record and I'm going to admit it, Chad was right. He told me from jump, this song is going to rock every fucking time it plays, every club, every crowd. And I'm like, nah, yo. When Drake last night was like, all right, we gonna turn up in this bitch. That shit came on, the crowd was like, oh, it was like this weird ass like breath. And when that bass hit, it was scary the way that shit was rocking, dog. That Way Too Sexy shit cracks. That was a crazy pop. The biggest joint of the night to me, because even I went low, I lost it. When Kanye did Niggas in Paris.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
I thought he was going to run it back.
I was doing this.
I thought he was going to run it back because that was their protocol on the Watch the Throne tour. They would perform that shit 27 times in a row.
When Niggas in Paris, I don't know what y'all saw watch, I'm telling you, that Niggas in Paris shit flipped that crowd upside fucking down. Another crazy reaction was when Drake did Knife Talk. That sent the crowd into
That surprised me.
It didn't surprise me because I thought there was gonna be a bigger pop for No Friends in the Industry than I did for Knife Talk.
Yeah, I can see that.
But Knife Talk, when it came on, it rocked the fucking crowd. Yeah. Another big pop was when Kanye did Mercy. That sent the crowd into hysteria. But there was nothing close to that Niggas in Paris shit. I personally couldn't believe it. And it's so funny because your section, I don't know if you peeped it, it was a, what's the proper term? Homosexual?
Okay.
He was, and he had the crowd, no bullshit, listen. This nigga, I was like envious because I was like, I want to be in their section. They shit was turned. I'm talking about every fucking Kanye song that rattled off. He was making the crowd more and more because he was like, it wasn't like the flamboyant. He was like cool as shit with it. And he kept doing this shit. And when he would do it, it would make like three. So to the point where like before you came, they started the wave.
I see. I missed all of this.
Dog, you missed the wave started in the section right next to us. No bullshit. He had it rocking. I was like, yo, they section is turned in a motherfucker. And my section was like, it was a couple Africans and they had sandals. They wasn't trying to dance like that. That shit was crazy, dog. Fucking the Rumble. Your seats were open. So motherfuckers, I don't know if you peeped on them little white boys was coming down. And you know motherfuckers, that's the one thing with these like, nigga concerts that like annoy me is the fact that no one's in the actual chair.
No. People like straight up clog the whole aisle.
The aisles, you can't like
to the point where I'm snaking around. I'm trying to tell you.
Listen, dog.
Hold on and follow me because I know how to get through people.
I ain't about to hold you. That bass was hitting so hard, it kind of like knocked something loose. I was bad, but I'm not walking the fuck back up these steps. It's impossible. You can't get up them jumps.
Once you down that far, you're trapped. You in the first 10 rows, you're trapped. You can't leave your seat.
So when you hit me, it was like, you got seats 5 and 6. I'm like, all right, yeah, I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The seats were open. Out of nowhere, it was like two, like, you could tell they were some hood niggas because they kept taking pictures and making sure that they were showing their chains in the pictures and shit. Then it was like these white boys there. Next thing you know, the big head white boy just was hooking off on the nigga and they start tussling security, running all this. I'm like, these motherfuckers is fighting over seats that
ain't
none
there.
of them.
And the thing is, if they would have still been there when I got there, they'd have had to rumble
and
me.
that's the joint. I'm like, I hope when he get here, it ain't no stupid shit over the seats that he actually got. Sure enough, security cleared out, so the seats were still open, so you can't. But I'm like, yo, neither of them belong to them fucking seats, and they was getting it the fuck on over them Jones. White boy, you know white people that get mad. He did this shit.
When I was walking in, going through security, keep in mind there was 80,000 people, no health check, no nothing, it just whatever.
I'm gonna talk about that.
I'm coming in. Big stocky white boy, he probably about 28, but he looked 47.
Right.
One of them. He tried to steal some lady purse at the security check. So him and the security gets drop the purse, big man. He like, man, fuck you. So he go to hook off on the supervisor. They trash this nigga and throw him the fuck out.
Like I said, the parking situation was nuts. Getting in was cool though. Like I said, I came right through gate 1. They told me to go through gate 4, but I went through gate 1. The boy was cool about it.
Yeah.
I tried to finagle into the family tunnel. He was like,
I tried to finagle the family tunnel. He said, "Oh no, you want to go over there?" Tunnel
He
4.
said, because I'm like, yo, I'm 105A,
Yeah.
but I'm like, I'm the official platinum C, so I'm like, I can go right down here. He was like, you could, but you're not. So this is what you're gonna do.
You gonna go around?
You gonna go around and you gonna come down the next time. I'm like, all right, cool. I tried to finagle the family tunnel down, the shit ain't work. So he was like, yeah, productions told me, if I come down the family tunnel, that's my ass. Jay Prince is whipping ass in the back. I definitely tweeted you, I'm like, I think he was whipping ass severely in the back because they performed their hearts out.
Yeah.
Like seeing Kanye perform that good was not, for me, I didn't think it was gonna be like that. And Kanye came out, and like I said it before a couple months ago, he bombed. Did you watch it from the beginning? You watch it from dog. Kanye came out, he was like, let's get right to it. Jesus Walks came
Right.
out. Then he did, what's the joint with T-Pain?
Good Life.
Good Life.
He did Good Life as a warm-up.
Then he did Touch the Sky. Then he did Stronger. Then it was just nuts.
Yeah.
He was just bombing. And I'm sitting there like, oh, okay, I see the way they're gonna do it. Kanye gonna start it because Drake had left.
Yeah.
Drake comes out, he does his joint, then they come out together. I kind of figured that. But when Drake came out, I'm like, yo, are you trying to get Hoover out or not? Because these songs ain't gonna do
This
it.
is not the Get Hoover Out catalog that you
And I'm like,
out.
I get it. It's a Kanye event featuring Drake.
Yeah.
I get it.
And friends. But there were no friends.
There were no friends. I didn't even know there were friends.
You know who the friends were? Beanie Siegel and Young Chris.
Yeah, I didn't-
They were down on the grass.
I ain't see no friends.
Taking photos.
But Drake said, I just assumed Drake was gonna keep the energy rolling.
And he did
I
not.
thought he was gonna bring out fucking problems and what's the worst behavior.
Yeah.
I thought all of that for sure was coming out. And Drake literally was like, yeah, what we gonna do now is we're gonna do I Get Lonely off of the phone. And it's just like, what the fuck is happening, yo?
Didn't he open with Kanye's song?
He opened with not Kanye's record. He opened with, oh yeah, you're right. Kanye,
that was
he did,
good.
sure did.
From Donda.
Right, from Donda, yeah, he did. Because I'm like, he did a prayer, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
He did the Kanye joint. And
I can see Jay Prince in the production meeting like, all right, so boom, so you gonna perform Find Your Love, and then you Canadian crippler over here, you gonna perform one of his songs from Donda. You can decide which one.
It amazed me how many people didn't realize that Kanye like wrote and produced "Find Your Love."
Yeah.
Like I saw so many
People were having this like
aha moment, and I was just like, no, like Kanye. It was Kanye's record.
yeah, he gave it to him.
He straight gave it to Drake. Yeah, that's what's so bizarre about their whole sissy match for the last 12 years. Is like they were the best of fucking friends to start this shit.
Yeah,
up.
and Drake said that it all started with them being the best of friends and Kanye trying to sabotage him from the beginning by shooting the fucked up video and all.
But
the
yeah,
crazy-
Find Your Love is Drake's record. I mean, Kanye's record
Yes.
originally, and Drake got it and took it to the moon. How did you feel about the actual performance of it?
All right, so I got production and then I got performance.
I got 3 parts. I got production, I have performance, and then I have the overall like aesthetic and vibe that was created for the audience.
Okay. So I'll go by your criteria. As far as production goes, visually, it's one of the greatest shows I've ever been to.
I couldn't understand why they were doing it outside in 50-degree weather in December. Once the smoke, and I'm like, oh, because we'd all died.
Yeah.
We were in the Staples
We were
Center. I
tired
get it
with
now.
this
When it first started, I'm like, this shit is weird.
Yeah.
30 minutes in, I'm like, this is one of the greatest experiences
Yeah.
I've ever had in my life.
So the visual of it and the fact of like how they did it with the 10 camera people and all that, I'm like, this is made for television,
Right.
more than it is for a live performance experience, because I'm looking at it on the Amazon Prime and I'm like, yo, these niggas are like little ass ants on television. I can only imagine how the fuck it looks in person. And there were moments where it was so much smoke, they would just get lost.
Right,
I'm just
you couldn't
like,
even see
you
them.
can't even, I'm trying to follow with the phone to get my little videos and shit. I can't even find these motherfuckers. Right. So the overall production was great. I want to watch it back on Prime or whatever.
Yeah, I want to watch it to see if it feels
and see if it feels differently. But like, the whole mound of snow or whatever the hell that was, and the entrance and all that shit.
One of the
beautiful.
cameramen dropped. I saw him fall and he dropped the camera and shit. They had to like drag him off. I don't know if he had smoke inhalation or whatever. This nigga like a wounded war vet. They did drug his ass off by his arms and shit. But so what do you give the production?
I give the production a 9.2 out of 10. The production was great. If it was a little bit less smoke, it would have been probably like
I think
10.
the smoke was necessary though, like it was needed for a lot, especially like when he did the Virgil, got the paddock going on my wrist going nuts, like that shit. It was almost like he was in heaven. That was how the shit looked. Like,
right.
It was the production. I give it a 9.5.
Yeah.
The production was dope.
Production was great. As far as the performance part of it, Kanye wrecked shit. Like Kanye, it was almost like he was trying to put the world back on notice to like, I'm Kanye West.
To see Kanye rock 80,000 people like with the Home Alone boots.
Yeah.
It's just crazy as shit. Like it was wild watching it. Like Kanye, and it really makes me upset. Rob was talking about it the other day. Shout out Rob. I'm not the other day, last night. Rob tweeted, I'm not a big Kanye fan these days, but he can do a performance better than just about anybody we've ever seen. And it's just like, looking at it last night, it made me mad that I didn't go to the Glow in the Dark tour. Because I always say that's my one regret, that I didn't go to any of the Glow in the Dark tour shows. And did you watch VH1 Storytellers?
Yes.
Kanye did. That performance, like the way he meshed Pinocchio's story with In the Night, the way he did the breakdown on RoboCop and Amazing, which it was just like, oh, this nigga's really good at this shit.
Those are two shows. The two shows I'm mad I missed is Glow in the Dark tour and Yeezus. So two Kanye shows are the two ones that I'm
seeing that
upset
shit last night, where it's just like when he wanted to turn that bitch up, he dropped "Touch the Sky" or he dropped "Mercy," and when he wanted to get real serious. And what's the joint from the new album? Not Grid. I'm about to tell you. The joint where it be like the
one the Hurricane?
No.
Because they went off a Hurricane too.
They did go off a Hurricane. Of course my fucking Wi-Fi down here. It's the joint where he be like, "We'll be okay." What the fuck is the name?
I know what you're talking about. I can't even name it.
He did that and it just got super duper calm and chill. Then he comes right back with all of the lights with Rihanna. Like his performance aspect, like he would turn up for 3-4 songs, mellow it out, give everybody a second to chill, get some water, do whatever the fuck you gotta do. Then he would take it back. Like his performance was out of this fucking world. I literally tweeted, I'm like, yo, he's up 16-3 on this versus. Like this shit is crazy. Like he was the shit.
Yeah, it almost felt like he used this stage to like put the world on notice. That's like, yo, say what you want about me, dislike my politics or whatever. I'm still Kanye West.
I'm Kanye fucking West. Like, don't trip.
Y'all gonna respect me as such.
That was it really was just like Jay, my old head. Drake the bull now, but like. I influenced music and culture more than all these niggas. Like it is what it is. To just see everybody in there, and I thought it was a little pretentious, so I didn't do it. But I thought about wearing like an OVO hoodie, and I'm like, I can't be the boy with Yeezys on, and I look weird as shit.
Too fanned out.
But then I got in there, and I mean, like niggas was full on like. I saw niggas had like icy owls, like little owls. Like, yo, what the fuck? Them boots, them big ass fucking Yeti boots, they was every fucking, all the bitches had
in California.
In California. Niggas was OVO'd out, Revenge sweatshirt out. I'm talking about the one nigga had on a Revenge t-shirt. He had an OVO mask on, like with the owl right next to the ski mask. He had on the Lakers finals jacket. Remember the joint Kobe had?
Yeah.
What's the designer?
Jeff Hamilton.
Jeff Hamilton. He had the Jeff Hamilton Laker coat on. He had on Revenge pants. He had on the big ass Yeezys. I'm like, this nigga did not come the fuck around tonight. Like this shit.
All the fashionistas, male and female, was out last night.
One thing too, I want to give a big shout out to the Sitches. All right, all of the hoes from last night. As you a women, you know how y'all like to go out. You like to look good. You like to emphasize your butts, your thighs, your tits. In 42-degree weather, it's like...
What Cardi B say, hoes don't get cold?
It's hoes don't get cold, These just don't get
It
cold.
was a whole little group of Kardashians right in front of me that was having the time of their life, and I was having a great time
This
watching it.
one white girl, you ever see where they wear the Jones where the thong come up super high and the jeans be low? She had that shit on. I'm like, what? With a halter top, like just the titties covered, with the thong pulled up with the low, and I'm just like, what in the bootylicious is going on? I was like, yo, it's freezing.
Yes.
I seen one chick had on this little ass skirt with these knee boots. The one chick had on the sequin one piece. I want to rock with you. Like she had that joint on. The one piece sequin joint with heels. And you know, chicks, a lot of women, you know, no dissing, women ain't as graceful as they used to be.
Got you.
You know, so women back in the day had grace, and elegance, where it's like, I'm not like these new, you know, they carry they heels on their shoulders. Yeah. Like figure skates. like they throw their heels over their shoulders. Like, and the one Joe, she pulled flip-flops out her back and slid them on. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? It was so many chicks walking out with their heels in their hands like cleats. Like that shit is wild. I'm just like, yo, why wear heels to the concert? You gonna stand all evening in the cold outside. But like he said, hoes don't get cold. That shit is crazy. I saw the skimpiest outfits with the most ridiculous.
Yeah, no, they was dressed to the nines for sure.
I'm talking about glass heels. The Jones you do.
Oh, the stripper Jones.
The Jones where your foot just slide in and a little piece of hard plastic holds your foot. It's
that's the stripper heels.
Why do you have them on at an outdoor concert that you're going to stand at for 2-3 hours?
Because they trying to catch a point.
It's because I got these. That shit was crazy.
Pulling out flip-flops like the big Joker.
Sis pulled flip-flops out her back. Not even like, they was like the Beverly Hills hotel flip-flops. Like the white little towel. I was like,
I'm thinking she at least had the nail salon.
No, she had the towel. The Jones they give you at the spa. It's like, why the fuck you stealing from your hotel earlier? That shit was crazy. But what was the other Jones we had? We had production, then we had performance.
We had production.
Drake's performance was so-so. I ain't gonna give it a complete thumbs down. I'm gonna give Aubrey a mulligan because it was Kanye with special guest Drake.
Yes.
You can't really have the special guest outshine. I'm pretty sure what happened was Drake came off stage, went in the back, went up to Jay Prince, was like, all right, there. And Jay Prince like, all right, go get your shit and get out of here.
Hit the fucking showers.
Hit the showers.
The showers, nigga.
Like he got the job done. He came, he walked out with Kanye. Yeah. I did some records. He did all CLB shit with like a couple little here and there Jones. But he did nothing from Take Care. Nothing from Nothing Was the Same.
What I don't like is I saw on Twitter all right, so before I go to what I don't like. The union of them two together is great because people can now, on both sides, stop lying and pretending. Meaning, the Kanye super fans can stop pretending that CLB is terrible, and the Drake super fans can stop pretending that Donda is terrible. There are redeeming moments and good songs on both albums. Right. So people can stop pretending and being the fuck weird with this Cold War shit. Now, with that being said, people looked at last night. There are certain people that have these, these angles and shit that they want to get off about the artists that they like the most. Right. And they like, oh, this proves that Drake could never. And I'm just like, yo, he played a complimentary role and he intentionally dumbed down his catalog for the purpose of elevating Kanye more. Not to say that Kanye still wouldn't have been better if Drake pulled out his A records, but to make last night the defining moment of what Drake is as a performer and as a recording artist is bullshit. No, and I don't particularly appreciate that point that people are trying to get off. Right. That shit is weird to me.
And that's more so where I was going with the performance aspect. Like Kanye did what the fuck Kanye was supposed to do. I think we wanted something. We wanted Drake to do the same thing. We wanted Drake to come out and just bomb. Pop that. Believe Me, fucking, everything. I'm on one. Motherfuckers wanted all of that shit. And Drake is just like, I'm not getting paid for this, guys.
I don't know if y'all know it's a benefit concept.
Yeah, y'all on your own. You know what I'm saying?
All Year Productions collected
all the money. Collected all
the money.
Oh, yeah, we gonna collect all the proceeds out this motherfucker. So it's like, Drake is like, yo, no, I'm not doing that. And you can tell that
I got 31 minutes of material for you niggas. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna do some riffs.
Yeah.
That's all. I'm gonna do some riffs, some scats.
Got a little freestyle I've been playing. Real shit.
Yep,
So the performance aspect, Kanye was amazing. Drake was cool. You know, he did what he did. My thing was, this is me. Now, we haven't given our grades for performance. I personally think that for as much as Drake rapped about Virgil, for all that Kanye did and had going on LVMH with Virgil, for y'all to be both at Virgil's funeral the days before,
and that was literally,
and then y'all do a concert together, for it to only be Drake 4 times, Virgil got the paddock on my wrist on. It's like,
there needs to be more.
I wanted us something for like that. So that, as far as the performance aspect for me, was like, all right, like, you know, it's cool y'all doing the record y'all doing, but I'm just like, nobody's gonna stop and say like rest in peace Virgil or like nothing. You know what I'm saying?
I expected more interaction between them two.
That too.
In terms of like performing. Like y'all niggas got a 12, 13, however many year relationship. Like y'all got some records. Whether the ones that you wrote for him or he wrote for you or he produced for you, whatever the case may be. Y'all got a solid 10 y'all could have gave us. And you gave us like 2? Something like that?
I'm gonna go completely South Philly. I wanted Beans to come. I wanted Beans to get up there. You know?
I wanted anybody to get up there. I'm like Lil Durk, Lil Baby, 21 Cent, anybody.
And that's why I'm just like, damn, like, you know, y'all could have like really knocked this joint out the park. Yeah. Say you would have got up there and done Niggas with Paris and brought Hove out. Hove's around. Yeah. He just said his birthday there the other day. Hove's around. Y'all, say you would have done The Truth and let Beans go. Say you would have did Knife Talk and brought 21 and Project. Like, it's just so many different joints to where it's just like, for this to be the big benefit concert that was streamed on Amazon Prime, it's like, all right. Like,
all you got was Drake and Kanye.
Yeah. So as far as performance, Kanye individually, I give Kanye a 9.6. He was all that as an individual.
Catalog while he smoked it.
He smoked it. Drake, I give him a solid 7. He was there. He showed up.
Did the bare minimum.
You know, I give him a 7.
I'm just here to get a C.
Yeah, so I give him a 7. Them two together being as though Kanye is a 9.7, 9.6, and Drake's a 7. Them together, I give it a 7, 9, 8, 1. Like it was a good ass show. The production
was the star.
Yeah.
The production and then Kanye's song selection was the star of the show. And that fucking entrance that they did.
The entrance was great.
The intro was ridiculous.
Entrance was fly as fuck. Then I have the crowd and the goings-ons of the stadium. White people, there are no white people. White people are like they can be annoying.
For sure.
To see these young white girls and young white kids and they're screaming out, "Free Larry!" and laughing and shit. And I'm just like, you know, none of them know what the fuck is going on with Larry. You know, they here for this show. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, they think trying to free somebody from Hoover Deuce for all they know.
They don't know what the fuck is going on. White boy in your section was so drunk. And I was like, yo, Puerto Rican boy is going to beat him the fuck up. He was like falling over the seats.
Oh yeah, that'll get you fucked up.
And he kept like yeah, fucking yeah, like just for no reason.
That'll get you too.
And the Puerto Rican boy was sitting in front of him and his chick, and he just like kept doing that. And I told her, I'm like, Puerto Rican boy will not even telling you watch. He gonna
might shake this nigga.
So I got up. She wanted something to eat. I got up, went up to the stands. When I came back, I'm literally just got back to the seat. You see like. Remember, you ever see the picture where it's Mike Tyson and it's all the police in the ring? That was how it looked. And I'm just like, oh, white boy out of here. I knew it was coming. She was like, yo, he fell down ass first into the Puerto Rican boy lap. I'm like, oh, yeah, it's over, man. Get out of here.
That's going to get you cleaned up.
And they was literally like, yo, he got to go. Like, his homie who was with, like, come on, man. He's like, fuck that, dude. Fuck that fucking Kanye, man. And they just like, no, you got to go. They drug his ass up the fucking steps. Damn. He was out of there. And I'm just like, getting that on. Mind you, the concert hadn't started yet. This is before you got there. What are you talking about? The lights were still on. And I'm just like, yo, boy, it's hammered. Think about it. I didn't leave the seat during the show.
You start drinking.
So I went to go get food. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like this is before the show. And I'm just like, yo, why are you this hammered pre-show?
Too many PBRs.
Dog, that shit was crazy.
Natty Ice.
PBRs. Like, that shit, like, it was it was the crowd, like I said, outside of the boy who had it rocking once the show was started, he was all that. Our area was like, it was just the fact that they kept doing too much, like moving back and forth. And then, you know, the people who wouldn't, like every 10 seconds, it was somebody new at my side. Cause I'm at the aisle. And it was just, you know, I'm grooving, bouncing, I bump. Damn, Puerto Rican boy, I bumped, damn, Simone boy. Like every fucking couple seconds, it was somebody new because they just kept coming the fuck down.
I get their content on.
As far as the crowd was hype as shit. They was turned.
Yeah.
I personally didn't realize just how many Kanye stans there really are.
I had 2 on my row. They knew every fucking word.
I mean, I know most of the words. I mean, just like I told you, that Black Skinhead song, I absolutely hate. When that shit came on, motherfuckers was like, yeah, it's like fucking.
They came for that
like
song.
They lost it for that, and I was just like, what the hell, dog. And seeing them where, I mean, like everything Kanye did, the crowd just got hyper and hyper and hyper. And I'm just like, damn, Kanye really got a lot of fucking stands out this joint.
Yeah, they love
So
him.
it was dope. The parking getting out was ridiculous.
Hey, listen, because I parked in Mexican Bowl parking lot. I got right out. I shot down the 50s. I got on the E-way. I was home in 20 minutes.
I had to do some crazy shit. And then I told you I had to go to the bathroom because that bass was fucking me up. So I'm in the car. I'm like, I'm about to go to this porta potty on this motherfucker. We'll get off this fucking lot. Like, and I did some crazy shit. Got out of the lot. We was cool. We went to Fatburger and I took my ass in the fucking room.
Yeah, I went to some random pizza place. I don't even know where it was.
I was like, I'm not doing nothing crazy. Nah, I'm going
it was
to
8 minutes from the hills of Beverly. So I was like, all right, I guess I'm safe.
Yeah, like the show was dope. It was excellent. I ain't gonna say it was excellent. It was dope. It was very good.
Yeah.
It could have been excellent though. It could have been a lot.
It had an
better.
opportunity to really be some shit.
Right.
And it's like to an extent, Drake melded it in. Kanye was on some like, I'm about to show these niggas. And the rest of it was lackluster because they billed it as a Kanye West featuring Drake and friends, and there were no friends. Right. It was a friendless.
Friend-free
environment.
Yeah.
Exactly. Y'all the friends. 77,200 of you motherfuckers.
I told Jules, I'm like, they definitely sold that shit out.
100%.
Jules was like, yeah, this shit not gonna sell. I'm like, listen, nigga, I'm in here. I'm telling you, every fucking chair was. If they didn't sell it out, they did a good job of filling the motherfuckers in. Because every motherfucking chair in that stadium had an ass in it. You know, like they definitely sold it out. So they definitely did 50, 55, because you know the section was blocked off or whatever. But yeah, no, it was the turnout was crazy. And like I said, we don't have stadiums that big back home.
Right.
Yeah, like we got Penn State, but who the fuck is performing at the Nick?
How big is the link? Like 60?
The link is 61, maybe 62.
Yeah,
Wi-Fi is kind of crappy here, but it was dope. It was dope to see that many people rocking, having fun. I like the situations when they would do all the lights. Like all of that was when he like Bound 2. When everybody had the light, that was fly as shit. Bound 2 is that's one of my favorite songs ever. But yeah, the show was good. It was cool.
It was worth it.
It was definitely worth it. My tickets were $400.
Yeah, it was worth it.
You know, it was definitely worth it. You know what I mean? Like definitely worth it. You were saying motherfuckers was charging $3,000 and shit. Yeah. She was telling me, she was like, motherfuckers was charging $5 for the front row and shit.
Oof. Yeah, I was in the second row. What I paid, $750 a ticket,
right?
Plus the fees or whatever.
Like if you got in there at the right time, you could get tickets for $400 to $800. And I was in the sixth row for $400. I was like, this is perfect. You know what I'm saying? So it was cool. Like, and then literally, I'm like, I paid $400. I'm 6 rows from the pitcher's mound.
Right.
Whatever. So it's like, you know, people up in the hundreds and the 200s, and they probably paid, if they got them early enough, $30, $40. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know, Hoover's not getting out. But they did nothing to further that movement at all.
All they did was throw some cool shirts on.
Yeah, like just, you know.
Some jeans.
Yeah.
Wait, so the proceeds of the concert don't go to fighting his case?
Jay Prince has his own internal.
He got his own accounts billable and accounts payable.
What they call it? Accounts receivables.
we don't know where that money's going to go.
Jay Prince handles it like the NFL. Like all of our shit is internal.
It's millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And we don't know where it's gone.
Yeah. If you got 50,000 people, right? Let's just say all 50,000 people
pay the average of $100.
Pay a bean.
Yeah.
You talking about $5 million?
Yeah.
Just on that. You're selling mom jeans for $400.
Yeah, so add another
$390 for every pair of jeans. You know,
yeah, add another $500K.
You know what I mean? Parking was $50.
Yeah.
So yeah, parking was $50.
With artists of that caliber, you getting everything. You getting concessions. You getting all of that.
And I told him when he was like $50, I was like, oh, 50, I can park like VIP. He was like 50, and you can get wherever the fuck is available. So just go ahead over there.
Yeah, it's just 50.
It's just 50. I'm like, okay. The parking lot was full, so they got the whole thing $50 a pop parking. Then you got concessions. They ran out of food, so I know they got all the food.
I seen motherfuckers with 4, 5, 6 hoodies.
Yeah, motherfuckers was hoodied up like multiple Jones. They weren't even supposed to be selling the sets, the crew sets.
Yeah, motherfuckers
was running around with those. Like, oh yeah, Bull got them up there for $600. I'm like, what? Nigga in the crew talking about, man. You can add this shit, nigga. So yeah, like they on a cold and weary night, they made 7 to 8 million. Had to. That's just me being nice. So if you want to factor in the real sale for tickets, the real shit for merch, think about parking. It's 77,000 people here. Let's just simple carpool numbers. If 4 people come in a car to a 77,000 event, that means you got 13 to 20,000 vehicles.
Yeah, cars.
If everybody's $50, you know what I'm saying? It's like
a lot of money passed hands last night.
A lot of money. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but Hoover ain't getting out, not from this. So you know what I'm saying? It's just, yeah, that's just the reality of it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the joint yesterday for me, like, be serious for a moment, like seeing these little kids and screaming and like literally they was like the boy who was drunk as shit. He not here for Larry Hoover. You know what I'm saying?
Here because his 2 favorite artists and shit.
Right, and I'm just on the tip where it's just like, yo, like bringing awareness to the joint. That's what you do when you had that platform, bring awareness. But I'm just like, yo, Larry Hoover really been in jail since the 70s. Like, I think people be like missing that. Like, Hoover went to jail as like, think about it. His nickname now is the Old Man. He went to jail at 23. Your nickname the Old Man. He been in there 50 years, dog. Like, crazy. Solitary confinement for 2 decades.
Yeah, his son said he 48. He said my dad been in there. He said I was 4 or some shit when he went in. 3 or 4 when he went in. Yeah. Like, that's insane.
Yeah.
Nobody should do that type of jail time. I mean, you blow up the Oklahoma City downtown building, the fucking World Trade Center, some shit like that. But, it's essentially drug offenses. Man been in jail 50 years.
Well, he had the situation with the cops. Did he kill a cop? Or he got charged with murder? They hit him with like the murder of a cop.
Yeah.
I don't know if
they tagged it was basically like a RICO. They tagged it on to it, whatever.
Yeah. But all in all, the concert has been fun. LA has been cool. Got a little situation I gotta go deal with now.
Yeah.
What was I about to say? We're going to dinner tonight, I think.
We are 100%. We will not be late.
Yeah, it's close. So
yeah, if we late for this shit,
I'm telling you right
pack
now.
it the fuck up.
You gonna walk in like, stay there. I'm telling you, when you get you one, that shit is slamming. But I got nothing else.
Yeah, man. We appreciate all
LA has been love.
It's been good to us, man. We appreciate all the, hospitableness of everybody that's been involved.
Spank came down from Calabasas.
Yeah.
Kurt, the one weekend we're in LA. Kurt,
he's in Philadelphia.
He's in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Being a thought probably.
Probably.
Crazy, right? Shout out to Crip Mac.
Definitely shout out
Crip Mac really came through. It was fucking hilarious.
From the drive, though. He was hilarious.
He was hilarious in the parking lot.
He don't turn it off.
When I saw you, like, oh, here he comes, because I couldn't see him because I was on the phone on the side, and I see him coming past the Dolph picture, and he just had a 40. I mean, a old English in his. I'm just like, yo, this nigga.
Small ass cans.
Small ass cans. They bought me at this motherfucking OE, nigga.
But I got my water.
I got my water, though. Gotta
get them electrolytes.
Yo, shout out to Crip Back. But it's been fun. Great conversations, hanging out, kicking it. Crustaceans. Yo, me and you have ran into each other this whole weekend, but we never there. Yeah. Like, I'm leaving out, or he's leaving out, and I'm coming in. I'm in Crustaceans yesterday, eating. I had a reservation, had lunch. It was excellent.
Crustaceans is the fucking best.
I had this fish. I don't know what it is. What it's called.
I had the lemon chicken. Oh my god!
The fish is in a bag. They like cook it in like.
Yeah, I didn't know what that was.
Bag.
I was like, damn, what's that about? What that
fish?
be about? Yeah.
Yeah, like he was like, I'm telling you, it's good. It's like they cook it in the bag with like vegetables under and shit. And he was like, they truffle oil and all. I'm like, okay, whatever, let's do it. And he did that. I had some calamari. I had the wagyu rice, whatever. That fish was so fucking good. And I eat whatever. I'm kicking it. As I'm leaving out, I'm walking past the front. I see Sienna, she like, hey, I'm like, I know her. Like, then you come walk. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah. He's like, hey, how you doing, brother? He's like, yeah, I had it 3 o'clock. I'm like, we about to get out of here. We was going over to Rodale Drive and then all the sneaker stores and shit. But yeah, it's been fun, man. Like the
John Legend and Chrissy Teigen was in there when I was in there.
Oh, the Crustaceans?
Yeah, they was right across from me.
Oh shit.
She's
in
really
fact,
fucking
they were in
tall.
the corner.
Yeah, they were in the corner.
That yo, swear to God, I seen cause she's like, she's Tasmanian or whatever the fuck she is. I seen her, I was like, damn, she looked nice. And I seen light skin boy, and I'm like, nah. And I just went on with my day. Sure enough, that was John Legend. That's funny as shit.
Yeah.
I looked dead at her because they were sitting behind the thing.
It was like a little booth joint.
He had on like some cool nigga shit.
Yeah.
What was he wearing?
Like a silk shirt or something.
Yeah, and I thought it was you. And that's what made me look. And I was like, is Chad? I was like, oh no, that ain't him. I seen her and I'm like, damn, and I'm like, sis, and I seen boy, I'm like, nah, that ain't them. The fuck would they just be sitting here and shit? Sure enough, then I seen your girl, I seen you. I'm like, oh, okay, that's funny. Here they come. And then, yeah, you're absolutely right. That was John Legend. Damn, I looked dead at him. It just didn't. It didn't click. That's
they
funny.
was just chilling so hard, it was easy to overlook them. I'm like, all right, cool, yeah. It's like we be chilling.
Last night, speaking of people, saw Beans, saw Chris. I saw A Boogie with the hoodie.
I didn't see Boogie.
He walked right past us when we was like out on the regular Joe. Like he was on the regular like tarmac, like just walking the fuck around. Him and his crew and shit.
He a street nigga. He don't give a fuck.
Yeah. I ain't seen them motherfucker. They don't give a fuck. But yeah, it's been fun. It's been good. It's been a good time. We've accomplished we got this situation.
Yeah.
You need to move to Philly. You know what I'm saying? You need. Yo, real talk. She know what the fuck she doing. She hitting angles and lights and this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? So that's decent. We got another studio we've connected with.
For sure.
Out here, you know what I'm saying, downtown LA. I've enjoyed it.
It's been great, man.
I have no complaints.
My last LA trip wasn't so fortunate. It was a little strange. But this one is definitely, much better. We'll be out here again probably early next year. We definitely have identified that California as a state is our second biggest market. I pulled the demographics. I had no fucking idea.
Still don't understand.
I don't understand it. But we have a lot of supporters out here. So, y'all want us out here, we will be out here. LA will be getting added to the tour.
We will be out this motherfucker.
That's a fact.
I'm out of here.
Realest podcast ever, realest Patreon ever, realest platform ever. Go to patreon.com/official TRPE. Because I don't know where this show's going to land. So
who knows? Everything. This shit might all be on the regular feed. It might be on the Patreon. Who the fuck knows?
And go to regular website, officialtrpe.com. Make sure I subscribe to us on YouTube, the realest podcast ever, or search TRPE. Everything pop right up. And we out of here. Peace.